What's up, guys? I just got off the work, and one of our Patreon subscribers, Erasers, sent the big news. Maybe we've been missing it, and it's been out there, but I was shocked. So, we're just gonna figure it out. What's the story of it?
What's the scoop?
Yeah, this is not our typical music reaction, but
we felt like we needed to watch this simply because if you're new here, know that we went on an XG journey, discovered not only XG, but Simon as well. So we really feel like our channel has somewhat evolved because of XG and Simon, that we owe it to ourselves to educate ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about it after.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
On March 25th, roughly 1 month after his initial arrest, the former producer of XG, Simon, also known as Junho Sakai, was released on a 2 million yen bail. As he emerged from a Tokyo police station around 7:30 p.m., the image was a stark contrast to the visionary leader we once knew. Sporting short blonde hair and a black suit, he stood before a wall of cameras, bowed deeply for 13 seconds, and offered a brief, "I am very sorry." With his release came a formal apology letter and the confirmation of a major shift. Simon has officially resigned as the representative of XGAL-X. While these updates bring some clarity, they leave the future of XG's leadership hanging in a state of profound uncertainty.
What?
The reports that surfaced in February have now been confirmed by the indictment. Simon was charged with violating the Narcotics Control Act for use at a hotel in Aichi Prefecture. During the investigation, he admitted to the charges, stating he began using the substance about a year and a half ago. While his 2 million yen, $13,000 bail allows him to wait for trial at home, he is not free. He faces a potential sentence of 1 to 3 years. While a suspended sentence is possible, meaning he might avoid physical prison time, he will carry a permanent criminal record. In Japan's strict legal climate, deportation following these proceedings is also a very real possibility. It is difficult to reconcile this reckless behavior with the man who held the dreams of 7 young women on his shoulders. In a country with zero tolerance for drug offences, this self-indulgence has dealt a massive blow to his reputation and, inevitably, cast a shadow over XG's activities in Japan. In his letter, Simon wrote, "I am deeply reflecting on my own inadequacies for betraying the expectations of everyone who has supported me. There is no excuse for my behaviour." Perhaps the most critical part of his statement was him entirely distancing XG from this issue. "This matter is entirely my personal responsibility, and the members of XG are not at fault in any way. As alphas, we know this to be true. We have seen the sincerity, the hard labour, and the pure artistry the members pour into every comeback. While Simon created the blueprint, the heart of XG belongs to the 7 members. They should not have to carry the weight of a decision they had nothing to do with at all." Rumours had been swirling since February that Avex was moving to remove him, and Simon has now confirmed his resignation. This is a necessary step to disassociate XG from this legal mess, but it opens a door to massive questions. Who takes the helm? Who will replace Simon and Chancellor in the leadership of XGAL-X? How much control will Avex exert now? Will XG's boundary-breaking identity be diluted? Will they maintain the artistic freedom that made them global icons? Whether you like Simon or have turned away, there is no denying he created the spark that gave us XG. He gave them a platform to express themselves in a way no other group has. For that vision, we can be thankful. However, the reality of the situation is clear. XG and Simon must now walk separate paths. It is a hard goodbye to the most influential figure in their history, but it is a consequence of his own actions.
It is.
While a few mistakes shouldn't define a person's entire life, the more power you hold, the greater your responsibility to those who depend on you. XG will move forward. They are resilient, talented, and backed by a fandom that isn't going anywhere. As for Simon, we can only hope he seeks the help he needs and learns from this lapse in judgment. This might be the last time I talk about Simon. From here on, our focus remains where it belongs, on the 7 aliens who continue to redefine the world of music.
Baby! Baby!
So like cocaine, right? That's one of the biggest addictions. Like once you do
So like he was hanging out with his friends and
yeah. So apparently, from what I only knew a little bit of it, and I think I even like told you that I didn't know anything. All I knew is that I woke up one day and I looked at my phone And I saw a picture of Simon. You know, my algorithm is pretty much XG content sometimes. So saw a picture of Simon, and it looked like an official, like almost like a police report. You know, like a document, police report. And it said that Simon, along with like 3 or 4 other people, were arrested in a hotel room. So they were all in a hotel room. I think it was a hotel room. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But they had illegal substances all on the table, you know, all in the room, and they said one of the drugs was so
one of the drugs.
If I'm not, it could have been more than probably it was coke. You know, I don't want to put that in the air. I don't know, but the one that most people were concerned with was the coke, because coke is just such a deadly drug.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's deadly in the addiction sense, where it's like it's really, really bad for you. Mm-hmm. It turns you kind of into somebody that.
Oh, okay. And dried cannabis.
Okay, so yeah, that was right. So it's cannabis is not really a big concern.
Yeah.
In Japan, it probably is a major concern.
Yeah.
But like worldwide, that wouldn't have been a big deal. Like for everybody, let's be realistic here. We're, you know, adults. Let's speak about this. Like we, right? That wouldn't have been such a big deal. Would he have been in trouble? Yeah, right? Because, you know, it's still considered a drug, especially in certain countries. Mm-hmm. Some people specifically look at it as like some kind of like enhancement or some kind of like effect, you know, something that affects your body, right? Other people look at it like it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, if it's not laced with anything.
I mean, like some people use that as their, what is it? Like
Yeah, people have medical cards for it. You know what I mean? Like people can look at it like it's a way to soothe your mind, soothe your brain. And then it's like, coke is the opposite. Coke is what accelerates you. It's what levitates. It's like it takes you to a whole nother world. You know what I mean? It turns you into a whole different person.
You can get addicted, right?
Of course. It's one of the most addicting drugs you can, you know what I mean? And it's sad because there is no coming back from this. Like I wanted to read this story and think like, is there a way for him to fix the situation? Once they said, I knew there's no coming back from that. And
especially in Japan. Yeah, I don't think he can come back.
And the fact of the matter is this: he was not just like a worker at a company. He was the company. He was he was the CEO. He was the producer. He was, you know, the man behind everything XG did. My thing going forward is exactly what she was saying, like what's going to happen to the girls. And I say that because if you know all of the XG music, you know Simon is credited for all of it. Like he's credited for all of he has production credits on everything. It's his sound, it's his ear that we're pretty much hearing, you know? So that is concerning because the XG girls have kind of created this concept for themselves. They're these, you know, extraterrestrial alien girls that have this R&B concept, and it suits them so well, and that's what differentiates them. My concern is whoever takes over, is it going to be a rebranding purpose? Like, are they going to rebrand and make the girls go a different route? Like, I know that XG already has a fandom that's going to stick with them, and will stick with them too, but I'm very curious to see the direction of the music.
That's crazy.
And
we watch all the documentary, you know? And then Simon was the one who was the reason why XG came out to the world.
Yeah. I feel bad for the girls. I'm sure they were all shocked. I'm sure they cried. You know, I'm sure they probably were very confused. That's like their father. You know what I mean? It was like it was legit like their dad.
But do you think that their concept might be changed, their music style?
It's possible. I'm hoping that whoever takes over has kind of studied the craft of what XG has already became, and learned the voices of these girls and knows that the sound that they have is what they need to stick with. That's their sound. Their voices blend well together with the sound that they have. So that's what I hope moving forward. It makes me really interested to find to hear the next.
I know
music they drop. Let us know in the comments. I mean, look, whatever we can do, we can't hate him. You know, he didn't bring the girls down with him.
I just think that, damn, I wish he wasn't, you know.
We obviously wish that he wasn't,
but I don't.
I hope all of you guys can like comment down below with positive comments and just say like, look, we hope that he can heal from this. Hope that he becomes a better person after this.
I feel like I don't know about him as a person, but I don't think he was just doing reckless. I mean, it is reckless, but reckless things for no reason. I feel like there's a like mental reason why he did that.
Well, he was addicted. I mean, anybody.
He was addicted.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? The reason why I feel like he had an addiction was because the status and the level of power that he held to risk that because you were doing means that you're addicted.
I thought it's more like he's going through some depression.
He said he's been using it for over a year now. You can't you can't. I'm telling you right now, there's not a person in this world who has done for a year and has not formed an addiction. I can already guarantee you, there's not a person that has not formed an addiction from doing it for over a year now. They say he was introduced to the drug over a year ago, so he was definitely addicted.
Oh,
so much to the point where he was jeopardizing the whole company. He did put the whole company at risk. The reason why I'm saying that, like, don't hate the man is because you can't control your addiction. You can blame him for taking it for the first time, but past that, like, you can't control that addiction. It's hard to get off of something like that. But the fact that he was able to still remove himself from the company willingly, separate himself from the girl so they can continue to go forward and not have to crumble with him, that is something that I respect.
You know what, though? This news is really sad.
It is
to
sad.
us.
Should we shift gears? Let's shift gears, guys. What's next for us?
I don't know what kind of show this is. It's also our Patreon subscribers' recommendation. So, we're gonna watch XG Answers Your Calls, anime impressions, hot takes, pure chaos, Phone A Fangirl. It's from BuzzFeed Celeb.
And I think this is gonna be a fun interview.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna have some laughs.
Yes.
I don't know. Anytime I see the word impressions, I know we're about to have a good time. It's gonna be funny.
Anime impression. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know about this video, but we're gonna move to Patreon and then watch this together.
Yep.
Probably gonna eat some chips. Yeah.
You wanna eat something?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Okay.
So let's move there with some joyful vibe. If not, we also have Harry Potter trailer reaction and other movie trailer reaction on second channel. It's free.
It's free.
So you guys can come check out there. All the links in the description.
Yes.
But until next weekend, bye for now.
Bye for now.